In the quaint town of Willowbrook, nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, lived Emma and James. They were childhood friends, inseparable since the first day they met in Mrs. Thompson's kindergarten class. Emma, with her fiery red hair and a laugh that echoed through the playground, was the adventurous spirit. James, with his quiet determination and gentle smile, was the steady presence by her side. Their friendship bloomed into love as they grew older, sharing secrets under the ancient oak tree at the edge of town. They dreamt of traveling the world together, exploring far-off lands beyond the horizon. But life had other plans. James's family struggled financially, and he took on odd jobs to support them after school. Emma's dreams of college seemed distant as her family faced medical bills. Despite their hardships, Emma and James vowed to stay together. Their love was a refuge from life's storms, a steady anchor in turbulent waters. They found solace in stolen moments, walking hand in hand by the river at sunset, dreaming of a future where they could build a life together. But as they grew older, responsibilities weighed heavier on their shoulders. Emma took a job at the local diner, working late nights to help her family. James worked tirelessly at the factory, his dreams of becoming an artist shelved for practicality. Their love endured through these trials, a silent promise that whispered through the darkness. They held each other close on cold winter nights, finding warmth in whispered "I love yous" and shared dreams. Their friends wondered how two people could stay so connected, their bond unbreakable despite the hardships. Years passed and Emma's bright laughter turned quieter, replaced by a solemn determination. James's sketches filled sketchbooks hidden under his bed, dreams of galleries and exhibitions fading into the background. Yet their love remained steadfast, a beacon of hope in a world that seemed intent on testing them. One rainy afternoon, James surprised Emma with a trip to the old oak tree where they first met. Underneath its sprawling branches, surrounded by memories of childhood innocence, he knelt and proposed with a ring made from a fallen acorn shell. Tears mingled with raindrops as Emma whispered yes, her heart overflowing with love and gratitude. As the wedding day drew near, Emma and James found themselves caught in a whirlwind of emotions. Excitement mingled with apprehension, their hearts heavy with unspoken doubts. They sat by the riverbank, where the moonlight danced on the water, casting ripples of uncertainty. Emma's fingers traced patterns in the sand as James watched her, his heart heavy with the weight of unspoken fears. "Do you ever wonder?" Emma began softly, her voice barely a whisper against the rustling leaves. "If our dreams will forever be just that, dreams." Her eyes sought his, searching for reassurance amidst the doubts that clouded their thoughts. James remained silent for a moment, the cool night air settling around them like a comforting shroud. He reached for Emma's hand, his touch gentle yet firm. "I do wonder, Emma," he admitted quietly, his gaze fixed on the distant horizon. "But our dreams are woven into the fabric of our love. They are the threads that bind us, even when life pulls us in different directions." Emma leaned into his embrace, her head resting against his shoulder. "What if we never leave this town, James?" she murmured, her voice tinged with both longing and fear. "What if we wake up one day and realize we've settled for less than we dreamed?" James held her closer, the scent of wildflowers mingling with the faint scent of river mist. "Our dreams are still within reach, Emma," he replied, his voice steady despite the uncertainty that lingered in the air. "We may take different paths, face obstacles we never imagined, but as long as we face them together, our love will guide us." They sat in silence, enveloped by the night's embrace, each lost in their own thoughts yet tethered by the unbreakable bond they shared. Emma gazed at the stars, their shimmering light reflected in the river's surface. "I love you, James," she whispered, her voice carrying the weight of a promise yet unspoken. James turned to her, his eyes filled with a quiet intensity that spoke volumes. "And I love you, Emma," he murmured, his words of vow etched in the fabric of their souls. "Together we will find our way." The morning of their wedding dawned with a softness that seemed to echo the promises whispered under moonlit skies. Emma and James stood beneath the ancient oak tree, its branches reaching towards the heavens like a silent witness to their journey. Friends and family gathered, their smiles warm and their eyes bright with anticipation. As Emma walked down the aisle, her heart beat in rhythm with the echoes of their shared past, the laughter of childhood, the whispers of dreams, and the quiet moments of reassurance. James stood at the altar, his eyes fixed on Emma with a love that transcended words, a love that had weathered storms and emerged stronger. They exchanged vows, promises woven with threads of hope and determination. Emma's voice trembled slightly as she spoke of a future intertwined with love and adventure, of dreams realized through steadfast commitment. James's words were a quiet promise of unwavering support, of standing by Emma's side through every triumph and trial. Underneath the canopy of sky and love, they sealed their union with a kiss that spoke of beginnings and endings, of journeys taken and paths yet to be discovered. The celebration continued under a canopy of twinkling lights, laughter mingling with the music that filled the air. Years passed in the blink of an eye, marked by moments both ordinary and extraordinary. Emma and James renovated the old cottage by the river, filling it with memories that echoed through its walls. Emma's bookstore became a haven for wanderers and dreamers, its shelves lined with stories that whispered of distant lands and untold adventures. James's paintings adorned gallery walls, each brushstroke a testament to his passion and creativity. They traveled together hand in hand, exploring cities and countryside alike, their laughter echoing through streets lined with history and hope. In the quiet moments before sleep, they found solace in whispered secrets and shared dreams. They sat on the porch swing watching the sun set over Willowbrook, its colors painting the sky with hues of love and longing. Emma turned to James, her eyes filled with the light of a love that had lasted through the ages. "I never imagined life could be this beautiful," Emma whispered, her voice a gentle breeze that carried their love into the twilight. James squeezed her hand, his touch a silent vow that spoke of a love that had endured, a love that had grown stronger with each passing year. "Nor I," he replied, his words a melody that harmonized with the beating of their hearts. And so, in the town of Willowbrook, amidst rolling hills and whispering forests, Emma and James found their ever after, a love that transcended time and trials, a love that had weathered storms and emerged stronger, a love that whispered of beginnings and held the promise of endless tomorrows. It inspires us to cherish our relationships and believe in the possibility of a future shaped by love and perseverance.